I don't know what it is about chairs that compels people to constantly reinvent them by creating these batshit insane ideas one after another. It seems every month there's a new horrible chair design. Ah, this one's made out of sawdust. You sit on it and it'll help your posture and also reduce body odor and combat swamp ass. I just made a video on a shitty chair design not too long ago, and now there's an even shittier design. It's just crazy the rate at which these awful chairs are being produced. So this is the anti-man-spreading chair, and Mashable says it's absolutely brilliant. So if Mashable says it's brilliant, it's probably the dumbest fucking thing you've ever seen. It's basically a timeout chair from middle school. I'm surprised they don't put a dunce hat on the guy that sits in that. Just look at the way he's sitting. He looks depressed. He looks very scared, shy, like he's about to get beaten by his wife over there. Banging his knees together and his balls are fucking constricted, and if he moves around it's gonna be like a Newton cradle in his nutsack. This is just not a very comfortable sitting position for most men. If you took his pants off right there, it'd be looking like Homer Simpson strangling Bart Simpson if Bart Simpson was his nutsack. The testicles need room and the sack needs room, otherwise everything gets strangled and uncomfortable. That being said, the men that flail out their legs are obvious douchebag assholes, but it's not just a man problem. Women do that same thing too. It's not exclusive to one of the genders. Anyone can spread their legs out, taking up way too much space. I don't know why all of a sudden it's been named after men. It happens for all genders. How socially inept are people these days? This isn't a solution to anything. The solution for someone taking up too much room is politely asking them, hey, can you scoot over a little bit or not take up this much room? A conversation with someone is typically enough. Unless you're squaring off with fucking Cobra Commander from G.I. Joe who happens to be man-spreading on your subway, then yeah, maybe he won't budge, but most people aren't opposed to moving their legs a little closer together if you nicely ask them to. But to say they need to curl up into a fucking fetal position little ball sitting down like this chair makes them, that's not exactly considerate because that's super uncomfortable. The nutsack needs a little bit of room, which is why the legs typically get spread out a little bit. You see, if I saw a dude sitting like this with his hands on his knees and shit like this, I'd assume that he's hiding something from me, like he's concealing a deadly weapon down there that he intends to use. It's a suspicious looking posture in seated position for most men. All curled over like that, looking all proper like they're at the bottom of the pyramid on a cheerleading team. It just doesn't make sense because no one's gonna willingly sit like that because it is uncomfortable. And also, this chair doesn't help with the issue of spreading your legs too far, both men and women, because you can just rest your legs on top of it. It's not that high. Unless it's coated with barbed wire and broken glass, it's not going to hurt you that much. It's a useless invention. I don't know if they plan on selling this. I didn't bother looking into it more. I imagine they will try and sell this as like a novelty chair for someone who thinks they're fighting some noble fight against the man-spreading menace, the epidemic of legs spread out too far. But it's still, no matter what, even as just a one-off thing, just a fucking dumb idea. And this is where I get totally lost on what their idea is here. They make the kryptonite to their own chair with a man-spreading chair that teaches you to spread out further than you need to. I don't know why they say only women can use it. I don't see some type of biometric lock on it that's going to prevent a man from sitting on that chair and spreading out. And I don't know why you'd be teaching people to spread out if what you're trying to stop is the spreading out. I guess they just want the women to be the one to spread out, which I don't fucking get at all. If I was a woman, I would be genuinely offended and insulted that this product exists because it treats women like they're too fucking stupid to know how to spread out. So instead they're going to charge you money to buy this chair, to put a little fucking wood block where your vagina is, so that way you spread your legs out. Fucking charging you money for man-spreading training wheels. It's embarrassing. I just really don't get it. Again, I don't know if this is something they're trying to sell or not, but my god, even the fact that they invented these two prototypes is just insanity, just straight fucking lunacy. You don't say. I mean, it won't even act as a band-aid on the problem. And it's not a problem in the first place. It's an imaginary problem. There's not some type of fucking pandemic sweeping the world where men are spreading their legs out across the entire fucking row of chairs or across the whole subway doing full-length splits. You can ask someone to scoot their legs in closer if you need the space. I don't think there's going to be many people that are rolling up their sleeves ready to fight you because you asked them to scoot their legs a little closer in. It's fucking ridiculous. And also, Mashable sucks. I hate this trend where they bold random letters. So they bolded forever and manspreading. It's like they're subliminally trying to send me a message telling me to keep manspreading forever. It's not a problem faced by only women. In fact, it's not a problem faced by many people at all, but it's not exclusive to women when there's someone spreading their legs too far. That affects anyone that wants to sit around the area. Yep, just absolute garbage, but hats off to anyone that wants to pay for some of these bad boys. You know, maybe I'm wrong and this will catch on huge and I'll be going to a restaurant and I'll have to ask to order the manspread proof booster seat. Or I'll have to take like a driver's ed course of manspreading, learning the proper ways of sitting using these chairs. It's just an unbelievably ridiculous idea for a product and just a big old pile of shit. That's about it. See ya.